for us, this grant and this process was about building infrastructure, not about miles per gallon. What we were trying to do here is build infrastructure so that we can continue to be successful and improve our profitability. But it's about building better roads to get us there, not about building a car that's going to drive there. We all know how busy we get. And I mean, it's work, eat, and sleep, and that's about all we have time for. And so we're trying to create systems that allow us to more quickly look at numbers, which often can be intimidating and alien, to look at numbers and help us realize, okay, there's a red flag, oh, there's a really good green flag, things are going well, things aren't, both short term, and then take that data when we have more time in December, January, February, and we're doing some of that longer term planning, and make some longer term decisions. And then working together, and because of the way we work together, we can share that and say, this is what I saw, Trish, does this make any sense to you? Or, gosh, I don't know how to do this. And so that's been really helpful as well.
I'm now doing, because I'm doing my checks electronically, or computer generated checks, it keeps my payroll up to date. So every month when I need to pay my payroll taxes, instead of having to go back through, look at everybody's time cards and add up the gross payroll, there's a number right there that says this is how much you have to pay right now. Boom, I get it done. You know, it takes me 5 minutes instead of 45 minutes. Same thing with my certification royalties I have to pay every quarter. You know, it's my sales are all entered. It's a 5-minute thing instead of 45 minutes. So,
and again, that's where that payoff of hiring someone to help you set those up pays off. That $500, you know, after you buy Quickbooks causes you to have 5 minutes, versus if she didn't have payroll set up right, when it comes to December, she's going to be spending 5 hours figuring out what the heck goes in what category. A lot of times these projects are supposed to be 1 year, wrap it up with a report, and that's really not the case with this project, and I would assume many more projects. This is just a starting point. What the grant has done was allow us to get our ducks in a row, so then we can start to move them where we want to move them. So, you know, at the end of the grant process, there was a report, there was a little spreadsheet on what did you result of this. But as we looked at those spreadsheets or the little reports we did, it's like, okay, this is just the start. Because maybe I only did it on 2 crops with one part of my crew, because it was just so much to try to bring into the farm all at one time, from a systems approach. So this is just a start. This is just a stepping stone. I mean, even the discussion of the results has asked us to lead other questions, and what other things can we do. The project might be a 1-year project, but it's really the beginning of what we hope is the beginning of a successful endeavor on the farm in terms of tracking numbers. It's led us to start looking at pricing schedules and how do we price differently because we have better numbers. How do we use labor differently because now I have better numbers on labor by crop.
And I like the fact that because I've learned how to use this program, instead of sitting down in November and doing all my accounting for the year, I'm doing it weekly. So I know on a week-to-week basis where my farm is at, besides just looking in the checkbook and seeing if there's a plus or a minus in there. I'm more on top of my financial picture right now than I have been in the last 21 years.